Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to open a $5 baseball grab bag that I found at the flea market this past weekend. I haven't released a video yet, but this weekend there was a card show in my area that I went up to, and on the way back from the show, I stopped at a flea market that I have been successful finding cards before. They've actually got a big display, and I was able to purchase another grab bag. If you're an old school OG viewer of my channel, you've seen me open up grab bags from this vendor before, and sometimes they are really, really good. Sometimes they are just kind of and it's always just kind of fun to open it up. So I also picked up a few single cards. I'll go ahead and show those off. Nothing really too fancy. Andres Jimenez. I really like these acetate, I think is what they call them. These Bowman's Best, Bowman's Prospects, whatever you want to call it. Bowman High Tech, Top High Tech, Tops High Tech, whichever one it is. They had a few cards for my buddy Shannon, Cincinnati Reds. At Back to the Cardboard, here's a die cut of Johnny Bench. I know he's more of a vintage guy, or he's trying to put together some vintage sets, but I found some cards from the Reds that I thought he might like. Here's one of the die cuts from 2020. Tops of Mike Trout for 25 cents. I thought, I mean, why can't you do Mike Trout for 25 cents? Derek Jeter for 25 cents? Take that all day long, right? Here's a Tristan Lutz, another one of these Bowman High Tech or Tops High Tech cards of Tristan Lutz. And then there's another Joey Votto for Shannon. And then one for my buddy Steve at Vintage Card Steve. He showed some cards in his personal collection of the Gatorade shower variety that Topps kind of puts in a few cards every year. And I completely didn't even know that was a thing. And so I just happened to be thumbing through some cards, and I saw this one of Cole Figueroa, who obviously is not a household name, but it is kind of this orange sparkle parallel. I don't know if this is the Target variation or what. And it's got the Gatorade bucket being dumped on him. And so that one, if Steve, you are watching this and you want this card and you don't have it, I will gladly send that to you. Of 2014 Topps, Cole Figueroa, Tampa Bay Ray utility player, it looks like maybe, getting the Gatorade shower. Because he has quite a nice collection he showed in one of his previous videos about, I don't know, a month ago, of Gatorade shower in the Topps kind of flagship set. So with all that being said, let's go ahead. This is a giant brick of cards. Holy cow. $5. They have a ton of these at the flea market. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure this is the same guy who sets up at some of the card shops and has a card store. So I'm not expecting to find, like, you know, big time value cards, but they should be fun to rip into. And of course, it's going to take scissors to get through all this tape that they have securing it. So if I can somehow work my way through this maze of tape, we will see. Oh my goodness. Look at that cross section, guys. Looks like we got a little bit of everything. Doesn't appear to be too much older stuff, right? But we will give it a try. Try to separate this here, kind of keep it off to the side. We'll start here. We'll kind of take this chunk and see what we're working with. This was $5, in case you didn't see the price. $5. And we'll see what we've got. Starting it off with some rookies, guys who didn't really make much of an impact there. We got some Joey Rickard. G-Man Choi, that's not bad. Rookie card. G-Man Choi had a nice little year with Tampa Bay. Matt Perk, A.J. Reed. Got a whole bunch of Tyrell Jenkins. Rookie cards going on here. Asdrubal Cabrera. Sean Morimondo, don't know anything about him. Jeimer Candelario. He's kind of carved out a decent little career for him. Brandon Nimmo had a good year a couple years ago. Shebler. Got a lot of rookies in here, guys. Byung-Ho Park. Triggs and Greg Molly. Brett Nicholas and Da-Ho Lee. John Gant and Hunter Cervenka. There's a Conforto rookie debut. That's a pretty nice one, guys. We're off to a great start. Tommy Joseph. These are what, 2016 Topps. John Moscott. There's the Astros, Altuve and Correa. Probably before the cheating scandal or maybe during it. There's a Max Scherzer. Anytime you get a future Hall of Famer, and yes, I believe Scherzer is a future Hall of Famer. Luis Sessa. Ross Stripling rookie. That's not a bad one. He's a decent little pitcher. I believe he's with Toronto now. I'm not going to maybe go over every single one of these. Ricky Combos, Chad Green, he has a decent career going. There's a Machado, All-Star Game card. Ichiro with the Marlins. Forgot he played with the Marlins there for a while. Here we go, Nate McLouth. Going back to 2012. Chris Perez, remember he got caught with all that marijuana or whatever down in Miami. Elvis Andrus is still playing. Mike Aviles used to be on my Kansas City Royals. BJ Upton, before he changed his name back to Melvin. Jair Jurgens, I remember him. Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian. There's Justin Upton, his brother. J-Up, former #1 overall pick. Garrett Jones. Kadire. Didn't Kadire win a batting title one year when he was with Colorado? Thomas Field rookie. Francisco Cordero, some called him Coco Cordero. Got a Nick Markakis. He's played in like 162 games, a whole bunch there. Like he barely missed any games. Had a nice streak going there at one point in his career, playing in quite a few. Vinny Pastano was a nice relief pitcher for Cleveland. Howie Kendrick just retired. James Shields got traded to my Kansas City Royals there in the years right after this card was printed and helped him get to the World Series in 2014, as did Addison Volquez, who actually was on the World Series winning team. Johan Santana, it'd be nice to have seen what he could have done without, his shoulder causing him so much problems, because he was, wow. Santana was absolutely filthy when he first came up. People could not touch him. Eric Sogard, Swisher playing first base. I forgot they had him play. Valverde, he was so demonstrative. Ricky Weeks, Darwin Barney for the Cubbies diving into the plate there. There's a McCutcheon. There's a nice one. Good star player. McCutcheon, we'll put him at the top of the screen. Francisco Rodriguez, K-Rod. Tyler Clippard throwing that changeup. Although that wasn't a changeup grip. Fonto de los Santos, don't remember anything about them. So I'm off to a good start already for $5. This next section looks like the oldest cards. Holy cow, guys. What is this? 1981 Topps? Wow. Talk about some vintage cards here. 81 Topps. Now, I'm not going to be quite as knowledgeable about these guys. I'm just going to be the first one to come out there and admit it. I remember some of these names because I didn't really start collecting until 87, and some of these guys were still around in 87. Doyle Alexander looks familiar. Juan Beniquez, I remember his name. Tony Bernazard, I remember that name. Here's an old school Cincinnati Red. Baumbach, Bassetti. Some of you all, Huvie Brooks, obviously I know that name. So some of you all might recognize Jeff Burrows. And then Enos Cable. I don't know a lot about them. That's pretty cool. Just get some 1981 cards. I really don't have any of those, or very many of them. All right, this next little section appears to be, this is 2013, right? No, this is 2011. This is the Mike Trout year. This is obviously Series 2. You can see 518. This wouldn't be 2011 update in here. That's not going to happen in a million years. Asdrubal Cabrera, Vernon Wells, remember his contract, and Bobby Abreu, who was on the Hall of Fame ballot. I think, did he get the 5% to stay on the ballot next year? There's a Felix Hernandez. That's a pretty good one. We'll put Felix right there, King Felix. Juan Rivera, don't remember him very much. Eric Bedard, left-handed pitcher, I believe he's Canadian. Yes, he is. Bud Norris, a couple of him. Rich Harden was through a perfect game in the minor leagues, and he was good there for a while. Jake Peavy, I've got him in my binder. He was pretty good back in the day. There he's with the White Sox, though. Pelfrey, is he the one that threw the perfect game? I don't think that was Pelfrey. I think it was that other guy. I can't remember his name. Philip Humber. I think it was Philip Humber. Here we're switching it up to 2010. Nelson Cruz, looks like he just re-signed with Minnesota. I was a big fan of Texas back then in the 2010, 2011 years. My Royals were kind of pathetic, and so Texas was kind of my backup team. And I was really hoping for them to win the World Series, and of course they never quite could get over the hump, losing to the Rangers and then losing to, obviously, the Cardinals in that classic 2011. Miguel Olivo, as the Royals fans on the message boards would always, call something an Olivo when your catcher drops the third strike and the runner gets on base, because he had quite the trouble with that when he was with the Royals. Clayton Richard is still pitching. At least a couple years ago he was. Kanakoa Teixeira, rookie card there. Todd Wellemeyer. Joel Zumaya, remember he used to throw 100 miles an hour. And then he, I think, got arm trouble. Tyson Ross, Joe Ross's brother. And now we're switching up to, whoa, we got an autograph in here, guys. What? This is a Bowman sticker autograph of Sergio Mitre. I remember that name, Signs of the Future. I have no idea what release this is from. Got the little authentication sticker on the back. 2007 Bowman. Just received an authentic autograph card of Sergio Mitre. That's crazy. Tools, sinker, off-speed strikes, dedication to work. Did not expect to get an autograph in a $5 grab bag at the flea market. Obviously, Sergio Mitre autographs aren't fetching big prices, but that's still pretty cool. Oh man, here we're going classic. This is old-timey. 2008 is what it says on here. Got the manager cards. Mike Jacobs, he played for the Royals for a while. David Wright, I got him in my binder. Mr. Met, Paulo Duca, Matt Kemp. Some big names. There's B.J. Upton again, Jacoby Ellsbury, Grady Sizemore. Both those guys, man, if they could have stayed healthy. Think about what they're... Oh, there's a Hall of Famer, Greg Maddux. Forget about him with the Padres sometimes. Jared Weaver. By the end of his career, Jared Weaver was throwing like 85-mile-an-hour fastballs. And he could just get away with it because he had such just kind of guile and pitching ability. All right, we're here in a different year. This is Topps 2000. I have a few cards from this set, and then this is about the time I quit collecting as I was getting into college and obviously moving on to other aspects of my life, and then obviously getting back into it. Jose Guillen had a cannon. If you haven't ever watched YouTube videos of him, just search like best throws, outfield throws, and you'll probably see some Jose Guillen on there. Andre Jones may have an outside shot still at the Hall of Fame. He picked up some votes this year. Michael Tucker used to be on my Royals. Kevin Millwood, Octavio Dotel. Look at these names from the past, guys. Randy Wynn, Tampa Bay, classic Tampa Bay name right there, Randy Wynn. Kelvin Escobar in those old Toronto jerseys. Andy Fox, Brett Boone, obviously the brother of, or the Boone family, not so much the brother. Mike Cameron, his son, Daz Cameron, is with the Tigers, I think, now. I could be wrong on that. Made his Major League debut last year. Torrey Hunter was on the Hall of Fame ballot. Don't think he quite got the votes to stick on another year, but I could be wrong. These cards look like the ones that were in my buddy Kevin's Budget Card Breaks. His most recent card break. This is 2007 tops. Bobby Jinks was the closer the year they won the World Series. There's a Hall of Famer, Mike Mussina. Whoa! Howie Kendrick again, World Series champion. Ted Lilly, he was a lefty. Speaking of, he was what? Mike Hampton used to be like the #1 or most high-paid pitcher in baseball there for a while. Jose Reyes. That one year he stole like 50 bases and was going to set the world on fire. There's a rookie cup of Russell Martin. Speaking of Canadians, shout out to all my Canadian watchers. There's a Hanley Ramirez Gold Cup card. That's a pretty nice one. I don't think I have that. Kerry Wood was so good back in the day. There's Gary Sheffield with the Tigers. Forgot he played with the Tigers. He's my binder. David Wells threw a perfect game. Michael Young isn't bad. There's a lot of decent cards in here, guys. I'm going to have to speed this up because otherwise I'm going to talk about all these dudes. There's Hall of Famer Jim Thome. And now we're going real. Here we go. Now we're getting into the classic junk wax here. I'm going to go quickly through those. Jeff King, Scott Ruskin, Walt Weiss, John Franco, Mark Lemke. We're getting into the classic junk wax era here. Tim Belcher, he used to be on the Royals. Scott Livingstone. I'm going to go quickly. Draft pick Trevor Miller. Don't think he really made it. Pete Incaviglia. There's Pat Mahomes, the father of Patrick Mahomes. Got that Super Bowl coming up this weekend, guys. Turk Wendell. He's the guy who like brushed his teeth and had licorice in the dugout. Brush his teeth between innings. Bobby Witt Jr.'s dad. Got a couple hometown fathers right there. Bobby Witt is still a good through-the-mail autograph guy, and he doesn't even charge money. I sent him money, and he sent it back to me. Charlie Hayes, his son is Brian Hayes, the guy who is top prospect with the Pittsburgh Pirates, who did so well last year. His card is not in Series 1. He's one of them that they held out for Series 2, Brian Hayes. We got Rick Wilkins there for the Cubs going landscapes. Stan Javier. Look at these classic names here. Terry Mulholland. Remember that little glitch he had in his delivery that almost looked like he was dropping the ball back behind his hip before he released it? Greg Vaughn hit like 40 home runs one year and thought he was going to be the next stud, which he was a good player. Tim Wakefield throwing that knuckleball. Leo Gomez. I'm going to go quickly through the rest of these so this video doesn't get to too long. I'm already at 13 minutes. Andy Ashby showing off those new Colorado Rocky uniforms. Pat Rapp. And then, we're going to finish it off with some opening day cards from 2020. Mitch Garver just got his autograph through the mail. Paxton. Listella. Listella hasn't signed with anyone, has he? There's Chris Paddock, the sheriff. Got some cards of the stadiums. Polanco. Luis Castillo. Mercado, there's a regular Paddock base card. Shane Bieber, your Cy Young Award winner. So, a little mixture here of old, new for $5, guys. I'm pretty impressed with what this had to offer. Here's some 2019 Topps Update. Contreras, Vogelbach, J.P. Crawford, Tanner Roark, Quantrill. There's a Cal Quantrill rookie card. He was okay there for a while. Cole Tucker rookie. That's not too bad, guys. Tucker's a pretty talented player. We'll put him kind of right off camera there. Adam Jones, he's playing overseas, I believe. Familia. I can't see Familia without thinking of that 2015 World Series against my Royals when Familia had been... There's Brendan Rodgers, rookie debut. That's pretty good. Put that over here. Don't want to cover up Pat Mahomes. You can't really do that right now. Super Bowl week, right? But anyway, I can't even remember what I was saying. It all blends together after a while. Anyway, we're almost done here. Steve Pearce when he won the MVP. We've got Marcus Stroman, Joey Lucchesi, and then Castellanos with the Tigers. All these landscape cards. Cervelli, he's retired. Almora's not with the Cubs anymore. Bogarts, a very good player. That one we're not going to talk about. And Brandon Crawford to end it off. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this right now. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I may have to go back and pick up some more of these grab bags, because for $5, I think I did all right. Got a couple through-the-mail autograph ones if you wanted to send a through-the-mail autograph to Bobby Witt. We got some pretty decent rookie cards for a grab bag. Conforto. some big name stars, Scherzer, Felix Hernandez, Andrew McCutcheon, and got the random autograph of Sergio Mitre. So it was a nice little trip back in time, checking out all these cards. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in another video. See you tomorrow, guys.